I am glad that Madhav Alloys has taken initiative to set up fast CGR facility in India, and it will support the much awaited need of supplying galvanized rebar to the construction industry. Being a continuous automatic environmentally friendly process, it will ensure that the zinc coating is of international standard and though with good resistance to abrasion so that there is no risk of cracking during bending. To transportation and thus will provide better security from corrosion in concrete structure, particularly in coastal areas. Use of galvanized rebar in construction is set to rise. India is the fourth largest producer of zinc in the world and contributes around 6% of global production. Approximately 75% of zinc used in the country finds application in the galvanizing application sector in steel, products like seats, pipes, structural wires, and so forth. The commissioning of this new CGR facility will further increase the usage of zinc in steel industry. Steel is in general and galvanized steel in particular is a material of strength which is environmental friendly, cost effective and having properties which make it usable by people in all walks of life. India has a big coastline of approximately 8,000 km. Our coastal areas are more prone to steel corrosion because of sultry atmosphere. Corrosion leads to loss of materials, productivity, ideal time, repairs, etc. and also necessitates frequent maintenance. It is estimated that the corrosion losses in India every year are enormous and all efforts should be made to minimize these losses. As galvanization increases the life of steel, it makes our infrastructure more durable and safe. India is on its way to large-scale expansion in its infrastructural sectors like power, telecom, highways, ports, airports, bullet train, etc. through massive investments. So a huge potential exists for enhancing uses of galvanized steel in India. Steel is one of the most important products of the modern world and of strategic importance to any industrial nation. The steel industry plays a fundamental role in the economic development of a nation. The level of per capita consumption of steel is being considered as an indicator of the level of socio-economic development of a nation. The Indian steel industry has also historically been the foundation of our industrial backward and forward linkages. To other industries with huge flows of material and income. From a small capacity of 22 million metric ton in financial year 91-92, India has now become the second largest steel producer in the world with a production of 111 million metric ton in 2019, surpassing Japan and USA. The COVID-19 pandemic has changed our world and compel us to realign our strategies. However, as our Honorable Prime Minister has said that we must turn this crisis into an opportunity. Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi has given a clarion call for making of an Atmanirbhar Bharat. An Atmanirbhar Bharat is a strong Bharat with robust manufacturing sector, self-reliant yet globally integrated economy, steel sector has a role in making of an Atmanirbhar Bharat. Through the domestically manufactured iron and steel products policy, we are giving boost to domestic sourcing of iron and steel products by the central government organization by mandating preference. Through this DMI SP policy, steel imports worth more than 20,000 crore have so far been avoided. Our government's thrust on infrastructure development will have a positive bearing on driving steel consumption in the country. National Infrastructure Plan of 102 lakhs crore will generate steel demand across sectors like civil aviation, roads, railway, energy, etc. The ministry has also envisioned setting up a steel cluster to enhance the downstream ecosystem in the steel sector. This will significantly enhance employment opportunities in the sector. This move would also encourage the MSME in steel sector to produce more value-added products. We have launched a collaborative branding exercise Ispati Irada to promote appropriate use of steel. We are working to ensure raw material security for the sector. We are diversifying our sources of coking coal imports. Ministry of Steel along with Ministry of Coal have chalked out a strategy for phased reduction of coking coal imports by over 30% in next 5 years. SAIL has been allowed to sell 25% of production from its captive mine in the open market for a period of 2 years and offload 70 million metric ton dumped fines lying at the mine's head of captive mines of SAIL.